Okay, so it looks like I had to make a second channel because this just wouldn't work on my first channel. So what's up guys, it's iGottic, and so I try to look for something that people are usually confused on. So first let's open Studio. Let's go ahead and open a base plate, and we're gonna do something with a remote event. So if you've ever just kind of like messed around with Roblox Studio and you know you're bored and you just want to get rid of coronavirus already, you know, you probably click the plus button over here and then be like, ooh, electricity, and then you click that and then you don't know what to do with it. Well, here's the thing, it's actually very helpful. So remote events basically transfer data from the client to the server. In a sense, me right here, I'm the client, right? I'm the person playing the game. I have all of my computer data and all of that, right? Now the server is Roblox. That is what is hosting the game, right? This base plate would not be able to exist if I didn't have anything to connect to. I'm connecting to the server. Now the server can't always just get data from the client. It has to ask the client for stuff. It's like, hey man, you know, can you give me something? So that's what we're gonna be doing. This is gonna be a very handy dandy thing later down in development. It doesn't matter how advanced something is, these are definitely helpful. So first, let's create a remote event and replicated storage. Typically, developers keep remote events and replicated storage, but they can also fit in workspace as well. Or like, you know, somewhere under workspace, you know, it can be inside a character or whatever, but best it's put in replicated storage. You know, you want to keep things organized. Let's name this bruh. Because we're communicating, we're gonna need both a server script, which is just a standard script. Let's go ahead and create another script inside of starter player scripts, and that's gonna be a local script. Keep in mind, local scripts are client, right? So that's a client script. This is a server script. Let's go ahead and name this server. Let's go ahead and name this client. I guess we just go ahead and get to it. So you can delete the print hello world because, you know, those are pretty much pointless. I don't know why those are there. Okay, so first let's go ahead and make a variable for bruh. Now bruh is located in replicated storage. So we're gonna go ahead and make a variable for replicated storage. I can't spell. Equals game.replicated storage. Now there's two ways you can do this. Remember, you can do game.replicated storage, or you can do game get service replicated storage. Doesn't really matter. Some developers get in really heated arguments about this, and it's really stupid. All right, let's go ahead and create a variable for the remote. Now remember, bruh is in replicated storage, so we're gonna do replicated storage. Or wait, no, hold on. Local bruh remote equals replicated storage, and then we're gonna use wait for child because, you know, this might not. You can never rely on something to be there immediately, right? Let's say, you know, it's the same thing with, you know, trying to get a base plate in workspace. If you create a variable for base plate, we don't know if it's loaded in immediately or not. So we can't do workspace.baseplate, because then if it's not there, you know, we get an error, and that we don't like errors that break stuff. So let's just go ahead and, you know, do the bruh remote, and then boom. I broke it. Just kidding, I lied to you. You gotta put quotation marks and put bruh. Now we can go ahead and copy paste this because, you know, programmers are lazy. Okay, so a couple lines down, let's just go ahead and, you know, create the basis of this, right? So we're gonna say bruh remote, and this is on the server, by the way, right? So bruh remote dot on server event, and then we're gonna connect it to a function. So basically what this is it's saying, hey, whenever the client's like, hey server, we need something, it's gonna basically be like, okay, let's do whatever's in here, right? Now all remote events pass stuff. First, the thing that it automatically passes every time is the player that fired the remote, and this will make more sense in a minute. And then the other arguments will be there later. We can represent those arguments with 3 dots, or we can manually type out every argument. It's up to you how you do it, but I'm gonna put 3 dots. Now you can convert all the arguments and put them into a table by doing local args and then table and something like that. But honestly, I don't see the point in doing that. So we're gonna make it print the player.name, and then we're gonna make it print all of the arguments. All right, let's just go ahead and copy paste that. I'm too lazy. All right, let's change server to client. So when the server asks the client for something, right, we're gonna go ahead and delete that and that. So basically, when a server fires the client, that's just passing on data to the client. I don't really see the point in having the server pass data to the client. I've never really seen a use for that, but I mean, you do you. You can screw up your game if you want. All right, so now if we go into here, nothing should be happening, nothing should be printing, because, you know, we're not firing the remote, we're not doing anything with it, right? Nothing's in the output. So yeah, okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and send some data to the server. So, you know, a couple lines down, let's go ahead and do grow remote and then :fire server. So this is saying that you want the server to do something, you want to pass on that information. Now, anything you put in these parentheses will be passed on here. So if I were to pass on 1, 2, and then hey, and then no, and then false, what we're doing is the 3 dots, so it's gonna print all of the arguments passed, right? So 1, 2, hey, no, false. It's gonna fire the server, and then the server is going to print the player's name, and then it's going to print on the same line 1, 2, hey, no, false. Okay, so then we should have that. There you go, you printed something, boom, instant genius. Now honestly, this is kind of oversimplified. You can take this a million steps further, but this is basically the same thing for the client. Now of course, there's a couple things you can do, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a wait in here because I don't know when I'm gonna spawn in, so you know, bad internet and such. We're gonna go ahead and delete this. Now there are 2 ways you can give data to the client. You can do fire client, and then you can put in the player object. So I can say game.players.iGottic, and then I can pass the data onto there. Or I can do fire all clients, and then all clients will have whatever is in here happen, right? So let's have all clients just go ahead and print yo. Go in, and it prints yo. I mean, that's pretty good. So that's basically remotes. Now keep in mind that, you know, remotes can take a second to transfer data depending on the person's internet. Let's say I have a 1000 ping. That means I have garbage internet, and that is a 1 second delay for everything. That means that when I try to send data to the server, it's not actually going to be sent for an entire second. So keep that in mind. If you have anything sensitive like that, make sure you program your way around that. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. If not, goodbye. I guess you didn't like it. All right, actually for real though, ask me in the comments.